Good morning, 9 at 9. What's happening? Good to see everyone today. How are you, Rich?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah. I love that. Well, hey, let's kick in. It's 9 o'clock right now. And I want to talk about a message that I thought about when I woke up this morning, and it's been something that's been rolling around in my mind. And it's self-awareness in goal attainment, being self-aware in the goals that you have. And we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks now as we enter 2022 and talked about goals and achieving your goals and knowing exactly what you want. Is it really what you want? Everything about your goals and getting there. But I want to ask first, do you know exactly what you want, even after all of our discussions? Do you know when you want to achieve it? And then more importantly, do you have a very specific daily action plan to get there? So oftentimes we have a goal, especially a New Year's resolution, for example, and we set something in the future. But as the future gets there, our ability to achieve that goal decreases because we haven't made the steps to do it. And let's say your goal is to have $1 million net worth, which I think is a worthy goal for everyone. It's a possible goal for everyone. What does it take to get there? What does it take to achieve that? And are you doing the daily necessary things like taking the time to study, taking the time to build the relationships, taking the actions of tracking, building the skill sets to get there, building the relationships and building the network to get there, actually tracking your actions on an every single day basis and where you are? You know, something like a financial goal or the health goal, those things can be tracked daily. Those can be monitored daily, both in the action and the results. And if the result's not what you want, you can go back and create that feedback. So if you know what you want and you know when you want it by, you can reverse engineer what it takes to get to that goal on a daily basis. One thing that one of my mentors talks about, he talks about his process of MTO, minimum, target, and outrageous. I actually love this concept. It's directly from him, Raymond Aaron. And he talks about this in achieving your goals. You set out your big, giant, hairy, audacious goal of what you want in your life. And you break it down to daily elements. You break it down to weekly, monthly, yearly, daily. And let's say you set a plan to achieve that goal. What is the bare minimum thing that you would do this week, every single day, to achieve that goal? So that's your minimum. What's your target that you want to do every single day? That's your target. And what's that outrageous thing that you can do every single day to reach that goal? So let's say your goal is to lose 10 pounds. To lose 10 pounds, you need to eat less, exercise more, maybe talk to a nutritionist, talk to a fitness professional, and you write down exactly the steps to get there. Maybe it's just building that habit. We talked about habits yesterday. So the minimum habit comes from putting shoes by your bed, putting them on, and taking 100 steps. If you've never taken 100 steps a day, maybe that's your minimum. Maybe your target is 1,000 steps. Maybe your outrageous is 10,000 steps, right? So you do your minimum as a minimum, no excuses. That's what you do every single day. That's the clear driven thing that you do. Your target for that week is what you want to hit, what you need to hit. And your outrageous is something that's just out there in your current state that if you do, you'll feel amazing about yourself. And the object of MTO in goal attainment is that you do this every single day to where your minimum becomes so simple that it's a joke. Your target becomes so simple to you that that becomes your next week's minimum. And your outrageous, what you thought was outrageous, becomes your target. and you do that consistently week after week to where this week's minimum is a joke. This week's target next week is your minimum. This week's outrageous next week is your target, and so on and so on. And all of a sudden, it becomes natural. It becomes your habit to do 10,000 steps a day. It becomes a habit to track your finances. It becomes a habit to invest and dollar cost average some money in the marketplace. So figure out what you want when you want it by. Figure out what you need to do, and then be realistic with yourself. Be very self-aware. Am I taking the right actions every single day to lead me toward this goal? Am I doing the bare minimum every single day? Because oftentimes we set a goal for ourselves and it's something that we want, but each day, every single day, we don't do even the bare minimum to achieve it. It's a desire in the future. And again, like I said at the beginning of the call, that when that future comes closer, that desire becomes further and further away because the pain to get there is harder. Now, again, I do these 9 at 9s, not for just you guys, but for myself, right? I have a very painful goal at the end of February of hitting the Spartan race. So the next 2 months, I have to be very realistic with myself. Or what are these specific goals I need to hit so I'm not dying on that course out there? What's my minimum? What's my target? What's my outrageous? Until that outrageous becomes my minimum. And the outrageous that I think of today in 3 weeks' time, in 4 weeks' time, is something I would never thought myself doing possibly ever. And that's how you grow. That's how you build the habit. That's growing your muscle. That's how you become the person that you were destined to be and achieve those goals. That's it for me. Richard, I'll pass it to you.
Right on, man. Yeah. We do talk, pretty frequently about goals and obtaining and achieving your goals. And, I know on these calls, I like what you said, Francis, we, some of these calls we do for ourselves, not just the group, but my piggyback on today's topic of taking those steps and accomplishing those goals is, how many of you guys are setting your goals right now? How many people on this call have gone back after the call and written them down? How many people thought about it and then said, I'll do it in a minute, and then didn't do it? How many of you guys on here are motivated right now to do something, to change something, to be better, and in 3 days, you're going to make that one first excuse to not do it? And listen to me and Francis talk about it next week or the week after. Get motivated and talk about it again. And, yep. I got to write those down. I'll do that as soon as I'm done doing this. Right? And you don't do it. See, what I'd like to see out of some of these calls, not all, but especially in goal setting, is who's doing the work. Who needs help? Right? Because these 9 at 9s, man, they're not just for 9 at 9. If you guys got goals and you don't know how to achieve them, you don't know how to have a plan of action to actually achieve something, whether it's fear, doubt, time, money, whatever it is, send me a text message, give me a call, and we'll set some time for us to sit down and carve out an action plan, a no excuses action plan. Because a lot of people out there, they set these goals and they say, I set these goals, and the thing is that, I think I might have set my goals a little bit too high. There is no such thing other than you're going to grow wings and just fly, right? There's no such thing as setting your goals too high. Your goals may not be achievable from where you're sitting right now, but there are little things that you can put in place to accomplish many goals along the path to success. There are little things, and a lot of times when we sell, right, in our selling process, there's a lot of times when we use a certain sales strategy called straight line that we accomplish many goals throughout the call. Like, it's not just random, it's not just conversation, it's not just qualifying and all that stuff that a lot of these cheesy sales managers or cliche sales managers or sales trainers will tell you to do and make the shit like a conversation. No, everything you do on a call is on purpose. And when you're doing goal-oriented selling, you're accomplishing many goals along the way to get the outcome you desire at the end of the call. Okay. And you might think, going from a guy who has never heard of you before, never heard of the product or let's just call it Dolmar Cross, right? Or any of our other brands that we've ever had, never heard of Dolmar before, but you're on the phone, and within an hour and a half, you're going to get $5,000 from that person. That's having a goal, having an almost unbelievable outcome. I've never even met you, never shook your hand, didn't do a Zoom call with you. In an hour and a half, I'm going to get you to give me $5,000 to go see a guy you never heard of. That's an unrealistic goal to the normal person, right? The people that aren't in our industry, right? Oh man, he can't do that. I can't do that. That's crazy. How am I ever going to do that? It's what you do on that call. It's establishing those and achieving those small goals along the way in that phone call. And there is no difference than getting on a call with a person who's never heard of you, never heard of your product or service, and getting the money at the end of the call. And let me point out, legally, morally, and ethically, right? No shortcuts. Okay. There is no difference in doing that than it is to get up and go start running. Are you afraid that you're going to be out of breath and it's going to hurt a little bit? I do not care. That's part of the process, right? We talk about sacrifice, right? Well, I got to sacrifice some sleep. I got to get up earlier to be able to do that. Then get up earlier. And it's not a sacrifice. It's what's required to do the job. It's what's required to accomplish this thing. There is no fucking sacrifice. But you guys will look at it as a sacrifice, right? And maybe not today, but in a week when you forget about this call, right? I haven't had my coffee yet. I got up 30 minutes too late. I stayed up watching something on TV, and now I can't get up. Man, I'm going to tell you guys right now, those little excuses, things like that, are the reason the world can't do what we do. The majority of the people in the world that work regular jobs, and I don't care if you're customer service, virtual assistant, or whatever, working with our company in this industry is not a regular job, period. You are always asked to go above and beyond. You guys always do go above and beyond, right? But the majority of the world doesn't have opportunities like we do. The majority of the world is going to get in their car, go through the hustle and bustle, right? Every day, go home, do their same routine every single day, get up to a job that they hate, and keep going, and always make those excuses. All I'm saying is stop making excuses. Right? And I think Francis just chimed in. Yep, stop making excuses, right? In the chat there. But more than stop making excuses, I want to start hearing what you guys are doing. It could be the smallest thing, like reading a book that you've never read. It could be I went on a 30-minute walk. I got up 30 minutes earlier to do this, to get my kids out the door, get them on the bus. I want to start hearing what your goals are, because I'm going to start asking everybody on this call, what are your goals? What'd you do yesterday to move yourself forward in your goals? See, that's what I want to start getting out of the 9 at 9s as well, guys. It's not just motivation, not just motivation. I want to start seeing results from the people who are actually out there setting your goals. Now, if you don't have any goals and that's not your thing, that's not what you want to do, no big deal. But I know there's a lot of people on this call that set a lot of goals for themselves throughout the year, at different times of the year. And all I'm saying is that I want to start seeing the work, right? Because I'll share my goals with you guys, maybe not on this call because I know I'm a little bit over, but yeah, I'll start sharing my goals, and I'm going to start sharing everything that I do every single day to accomplish my goals with you guys. And you guys who do have those goals, challenging goals, whether it's personal, professional, fitness, it doesn't matter. What's holding you back? What's stopping you? Because I guarantee you, man, 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes with me or Francis or actually any of my partners, there'll be no way you won't be able to achieve those goals. So I really like this topic, Francis, and again, I could probably talk for the next 2 hours on this. I'm just getting warmed up, right? But this is something, guys, but I want you guys to understand that this is something that I am passionate about. I actually shared this with my partners last night on a call, that this business, this industry, what I do, and the person I want to become even from the guy standing here right now, I have an absolute passion for it. I have absolute excitement for it every single day. And one of my goals, literally, guys, is helping you guys achieve your goals.
I love this topic, and it's okay if we go a little bit over here. Just so everyone is aware, like this meeting every morning at 9 o'clock, and we've said it from the very beginning, is optional. You don't have to show up if you don't want to. And I love that we have people regularly attending this meeting. So that tells me that you have a commitment to yourself above and beyond what you want to do right now, right? So what Rich just said really jacked me up. I'm super excited and motivated. And I get motivated every one of these calls, but Tony Robbins says, you know, if you have an idiot who's motivated, you have a motivated idiot. I want to know what the action behind what we're talking about is. And I want to use this 9 minutes of, now it's 16, but these minutes every day to make sure that each and every single one of us are achieving our goals. And I want to put it out there right now, actually, and it's okay either one way or the other, because we're here to help you. In the chat box, write yes or no if you have a clear written goal for yourself in 2022. It's okay either way. But I think it's important to make that declaration real quick. Just yes or no. I have clear written goal or goals for 2022. Awesome. Brian, Nash, James, Sean, thank you. Keisha, awesome. Mia, yes. I love this. This is motivating to me. Mario, yes. Pat, yes. I love it. I love it. And then yes or no. Let's do a hell yeah if you want us as a community, as a family, to hold you accountable to what those goals are. James, hell yes. I love that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. So Rich, you and mine's and yours job as we go into 2022 with these calls to make sure that everyone who answered hell yeah reaches their goals, that we do it together as a community. And if you guys are committed, because it takes little steps every day, not just words, but actions. And if you didn't type anything in, because I didn't see a single no, but I also didn't see some people typing, the answer, the question is why.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not a judgment. It's just a call to action.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. Because guys, I can tell you guys right now, I can see our 9 at 9s, especially the people who want to set their goals, who want to talk about them, who want to be held accountable, who want to get better, who want to go further. I guarantee that these little 9 at 9s could turn into mini masterminds that a lot of people pay tens of thousands of dollars a year for. You know what I mean? And I can tell you guys right now that I am willing to do whatever it takes, not only to accomplish my goals, but to help every single person on this call and in our company accomplish theirs. You know, and whether that's by default for the people who don't jump on these calls, you know what I mean? I'm willing to do it. So, yeah. So I say, let's go.
Let's go. Awesome. That's our 2 times 2x 9 at 9. Perfect. Well, you guys have an amazing day. If we don't talk to you if I don't talk to you for the rest of the day, we'll see you tomorrow. And let's keep that commitment to each other. Thanks, everyone.